Frank.
Joy.
Gene.
Natalie.
Jeff.
Alex.
Jocelyn.
Jimmy. Dent.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. In Walden written in 1854, Henry David Thoreau said, "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when it came to die, discover that I had not lived." Tonight I'm going to explain to you why we all desperately need tiny homes. Do you ever feel that your life is just too cluttered, or you have too many activities going on in your life? I personally know that I felt this way before, and I was recently introduced to the idea of tiny homes, and it sounded like a cute idea, so I've been doing a little research. A tiny home is something made entirely by one person or a few people, and they put it all together themselves. They learn how to construct the whole thing, and it's basically the size of this room, where it's just a house made out of plain wood and not made with any companies or extra help. Now, there are many pros to owning a tiny home, but in the next few minutes we'll be going over how owning a tiny home is going to save you money and potentially relieve you of all your debts. Owning a tiny home is going to give you so much more time to put towards the hobbies that you want to try and pursue, and it's going to give you a better grounded sense of home. First, let's check out some important ways you can save money by owning one of these tiny homes. First of all, you'll be selling most of your belongings and your house to fit into your tiny home. St. Helens High School Tiny Home Project, conducted in 2011, came back with astounding results for the amount that was made just from a garage sale that the students had. You won't have debt on your house because you made it yourself, and you won't have a mortgage payment or have to pay rent. Also, with the Tiny Life, you will have lower bills to pay, such as electricity. The Tiny Life, a blog about tiny living, stated that this is the most effective way to save money. Now that we've discussed monetary benefits of owning a tiny home, let's see how this can benefit you time-wise. No matter how small your house is, not being in debt will essentially help you to live like a rich man. For one thing, you won't have to work as much to pay for a house that you're never in. In an interview with Dee Williams on the Netflix documentary Tiny, she stated that now that she doesn't have to work as much, she can put her time towards her writing. With all that extra time, you can spend it cultivating your true interests, be it gardening, sewing, playing an instrument. With your new hobbies, you can find ways to create an income by working as your own boss, and you will be successful because you are doing what you love. Last, I want you to understand what a great sense of home you will feel by owning a tiny home. By owning a tiny home, you will have something entirely your own that you built from the ground up. Most people choose to build them entirely on their own, and they can choose the type of wood and the curtain fabric, and you choose exactly what items go into your home. And since you don't have a lot of space, you have to choose exactly the things that are most important to you. So that also tells you a lot about yourself. You can grow a garden and own chickens, which in time will become self-sufficient, and you will be able to have food that you nurtured from the beginning to eat, which will bring you closer to the circle of life. In conclusion, you need a tiny home because it will relieve you of debt, give you more time to do things you love, and give you a better sense of home. As Socrates said, the secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Thank you.
Let's go care for me.
Who's going to give you the land to build?